Shut up, Navy, shut up!
Ah, I don't have that disadvantage not talking about her.
Hello there, everybody! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Scythe and Tignoid. It's a Lego house here on Landmark. This is EverQuest Landmark, or at least it used to be called EverQuest Next Landmark, but now it's just called Landmark. And goodness gracious, oops, I got like, the controls are a little bit funky. I gotta get you, oh, that's how you auto walk, okay. So I am actually new to this game, as much as anyone else might be, and I want to point out that to anyone that is just tuning in and doesn't actually know or anything like that, this is actually the closed beta. Now, what they're doing over here at this EverQuest Landmark Next or whatever, this is actually a completely separate game from the new MMO that they're working on, EverQuest Next. Landmark in itself is, well, we'll get into it, but it's pretty much like Minecraft, actually. All of this that you see here, you can actually dig up and stuff. We're actually online right now. But unfortunately, because it is actually closed beta and things are very early on in development, it's very unoptimized. So the game in itself actually requires, like, I more recently actually, thankfully, was able to actually get myself a god computer. And you need one. Let me tell you, boy, you need one. Because you need something super powerful to be able to run this game. On my old computer, I couldn't even run it on low. But prime example, for right now, this whole game is just about building. That's pretty much what it is right now, and they're adding features just like crazy. I think even today I ended up stumbling upon a cave, which I think is a new feature. But if you look at this is player made right here. You can kind of tell just because of the way that it's designed, but actually, you know what? I don't see any claim on this area, which I will explain that in a bit too, but I wonder, I know that they had some contests about, oh, maybe this is a claim, okay. The frame rate jitters, by the way, like my computer can actually handle this like nothing. But because we're playing online, not to mention just in general, like it's like since this is all user-generated content and stuff like that, may end up dealing with a little bit of frame rate stutter there, but still. Now, we won't get into the complications of it today. This is a pretty cool house, I must say. Oh, that's cool. I've seen people been doing this too, where it's like they actually, like, I think this is ice or something. I don't know what all of the things are called yet. But they make it look like water. So it's like just for the texture, right? This is actually really cool the way that he did this. Even the flooring, how it's buffered out like that. Or bump mapped, I guess. Yeah, but anyway, I don't want to get too involved into all that stuff. All of this whole house, I mean, besides like the floori and static objects, like they have furniture. Like this door right here. This is furniture. And you can kind of like, yeah, you can do that. But otherwise, everything else is actually made with voxels. So that's Minecraft cubes. Yeah, amazing, isn't it? So I don't know how long this series is going to last. Potentially it could just keep lasting for a very long time just because the game itself is still being worked on and who knows what happens, you know? But otherwise, this is kind of all the game is right now. There's not really that much to it, but either way, it's still pretty cool. I still actually really enjoyed it and I'm really excited. Right now, you can actually get into the closed beta for 20 bucks, which I thought was a very reasonable price for what you're getting. But you gotta make sure you have a good computer. Now, this is the spire. This is where you spawn. This is, like, here. Static in the game. That's why it's, like, extremely detailed and beautiful. And look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just amazing? That's like crazy. But anyway, they have all of these things. Yeah, so this one seems to be claim flag, grappling hook, tin, elemental tin, and iron ingots. I don't know how to make ingots and stuff like that yet, but so there's a little bit of a crafting system to this game. So cool, man. Rings. I actually got a crap ton. Oh, that's agate. Agate? I don't know what that is. Okay. But I guess, I mean, I've got some resources. I couldn't, unfortunately, start a new file to kind of start from the beginning with all of you. But, you know, whatever. Ah, this looks like a forge. Right? Iron pick, cobalt pick, axe, sickle, metal. Is that it? Copper ingot. Yeah, so see, we could make our copper ingots out of our copper ore, but we'll get into all of that a little bit later, further down the line. Now, for right now, if you end up getting this pre-purchase closed beta thing, which, by the way, this beautiful crystal right here, if you click on it, you can actually choose your, like, area. So they have different islands in the game, which I'll look at the map here now. I guess I shouldn't be getting too distracted. But in this closed beta one, you can actually you start with this pick. And it's like a founder's pickaxe. And it's like a pick slash axe. It's like the ham axe from, what's it called, like Terraria and stuff like that. Now, what this thing actually does, this beautiful thing. Oh, I can't really turn the camera while I'm, But what this thing does is it actually counts as a copper pick, so you don't need to start with the lowest one. I think there's one under copper, I'm not exactly sure though. But it also is an axe, and the axe that it is like a cobalt axe. I think that's what it's called in this game, and I think it is the best axe in the game. So essentially, with this pick, you're getting like the best axe in the game, so you'll never have to upgrade your axe. However, I did notice in here, we will have to eventually upgrade to the iron pick, and etc, etc. And it looks like we have a lot of the resources. We don't seem to have any of the wild heartwood, but we got everything else. So we'll probably do some resource gathering. But anyway, if you click on this crystal, there's all the different tiered areas and stuff. Now this whole area right here, this is the map. These are claims. So what you end up doing in this game is you get enough resources that you can make some claim flags, and then you can claim an area like this. So it seems like this guy's got 3 areas all to himself. That area right here means that anything built on that terrain or even destroyed will stay permanent. Now, not permanent for the lifespan of the entire game, because, you know, we're in closed beta right now, so when it moves to open beta, I'm sure they're going to reset everybody's claims, right? But for the time being, it's like, this is that guy's house that we were just looking at, right? So he built that in there, and then there's, over here looks like, I don't know if this is an unclaimed spot, or, I don't know what blue means, sorry, I really don't know. Oh, it looks like someone's got that one too. Weird. But anyway, as you zoom further out and further out, see, these places are all claimed. This is where people are building. And if you zoom even further out, this is this island. So you can kind of see that we're kind of surrounded by water. And then they actually have other islands right now, which they're adding more and more into the game as the game goes on. We can't really see them right now because of the region that we're in. And that is what this crystal is for, is changing your region. Now, the bay is my favorite so far, so we're actually going to teleport there while I just talk about how excited I am to actually show off a little bit of the actual game itself rather than just talking about it. I know we've already spent like 8 minutes just talking and explaining things, but hey, that's kind of how it goes. Now, this area I love. Out of all the areas, there's the snow area, there's a foresty area, which that one gets a little bit more on the frame rate just because of all the green grassery and stuff like that. Then there's this desert area, which lately in games, I think they've been doing deserts perfectly. And I love this guy's claim right here. I mean, thumbs it up right there. Bloop. Good job. So I think this is just so cool, where he actually built this place like in theme, right? So this is another player's house. So think of Minecraft, because I'm going to probably be referencing Minecraft a lot, of course. Think of Minecraft on a server. Like, everyone's on one server. I think it's all on one server. I don't know. But either way, pretty darn cool, man. I love it. There's no fall damage or anything like that. You know, the game is early on, too, so there are no enemies yet, but they are going to add them later. There's also, I'm sure, going to be more optimization on the game, so other lower-end PCs will be able to actually, you know, handle it. And lower-end PCs, I mean, like, straight up, this thing, it is a beast, okay? It requires a monster. Now, when we get a little further out here, I'm going to show you. See, now, you see that over there? See that gold type thing? See, that right there in the middle of our screen, kind of way off in the distance there, not the house that's underneath, but way off in the distance, I think, cool. Yeah, same with like that right out in the middle of our screen right now, that little bit of gray. I hope it's going to turn out. This is actually going to be one of my first videos that I'm recording in HD with Bandicam, so hopefully it's going to turn out. But those are resources that we could gather. Now, speaking of resources, let's chop down this tree. Look at this. Now, they're showing up as little treasure chests and stuff, but as you can see, when they actually are like in camera view, and it doesn't show it as a little treasure chest, it's actually dropping tiny little logs everywhere, and I just think that this game has nailed it. It has absolutely nailed the art style. You know, I think especially when the MMO itself comes out, like I'm actually extremely stoked about EverQuest Next, and I was doubly stoked about Landmark here. And actually, like as far back as Cube World, for anyone that's been around for that long on my channel, I've been referencing this since Cube World. Not possible to harvest that. I wonder if we need like some stuff can't seem to be harvested. I don't know if that's because someone has an invisible claim on this property. Do they? No? Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe something like that. But either way, I've been talking about this game for a very long time and really been wanting to play it, but I just never got the chance. Boop. Let's zoom the camera out, and then you know what? Let's roll. Let's run. I love how this game has custom animations. It has them down pat. So even though we're just walking down this hill, our character's automatically animating into a slide animation. I just think that is so awesome, like straight up. Now, when we get over here to this, I think this is cobblestone. Not cobblestone. It's either gold or copper. Now here's the biggest thing that sold me on this game. Here it is, right here. Are you watching? You watching? You better be watching. Check this out. Look at that! Isn't that awesome? The digging in this game, man. The only other game that's ever had digging like this was Red Dead Redemption. Not Red Dead Redemption. Red Faction, the first one. Way back. Like, that game is extremely old. Not many people are actually going to know about it. But that game had digging like this. And ever since then, like, I have always loved that style of digging. And I always thought, man, why hasn't any other game ever done that? You know, even when it comes to Battlefield and stuff, none of them had done stuff like that, like Red Dead Redemption, or, sorry, I keep messing up, like Red Faction did. But this game nails it, and I just think that it is so awesome. I don't know about everybody watching the video, but me, myself, I never get tired of that. Like, look at that. We just dug that. We just dug that hole. Isn't that just... Ugh. Seriously, I just love it, man. I can't get over that. I really can't. Okay? So what we're going to actually be doing for today, besides me just wandering around and explaining stuff, is we're going to probably be gathering resources for the most part. Because we're going to need it. As you kind of saw, we need it to actually build stuff over at the Spire. So I'm going to actually try... I gotta keep that in mind. I gotta try and stick close to the Spire today, because I want to hopefully be able to actually like get some ingots and maybe be able to make a iron pick, because I'm going to need one. Like, we're gonna need one for gathering, like, you know, it works like Minecraft. You need an iron pick to go and get better resources, which you need to go and get better resources. But this game actually gives you incredible rewards for your play. It looks like it's dead. Oh, never mind. Aroo, that's actually a beautiful moon. Wow, my goodness. But seriously though, gold. It's gold. Yeah, we're going digging for gold out in the minefields. I don't know, but seriously, like, it's like, as you saw when we were over at the crafting thing, there was a grappling hook, and those work pretty much like Just Cause 2, where it's like you aim at something, you point and click, and it just goes. At least as far as I can tell from what I've seen from other people playing this game. That's another thing too. Right now I am actually quite unlearned. I'm going into this pretty blind, but I was very excited to actually go into it. So I've got my research cut out for me, especially when it comes to building. Because, you know, everyone always says I'm a pretty good builder. And I'm fairly modest about that. I just build what I see in my head, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And I'm really excited to see what we'll end up building in this series, in this game, because this game doesn't have any of the limitations of like squares and voxels and blah 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 blah. So if we were going to build something, let's just do it right here. So here I go to the add tool. What's this? That's a square, right? You see it? You see it's a square? Watch this when I use a mouse wheel. Whoa! It all of a sudden just grew, and then we can shrink it back down. And there is also a rounding tool, which I will have to research because I don't know where it is. Maybe it's not instantly accessible to the game. I don't know. Like to a new player, I'm not exactly sure. Bloop. But as far as I'm concerned, it's awesome. There's a rounding tool where you can we could select this brick right here and we could click and round it and click and click and click and click and click until it was a perfect circle. And it's just amazing. Like, seriously, that is just awesome. Ooh. Oh. See, I don't know any of this stuff. What's that? Whoa. I don't know what that is. What's going on? Oh, it's changing the size, huh? Then there's a rotation, moving its direction. So we could move it like that's like 1 by 1. Is there, can we use the arrow keys or something? No, okay. See, I gotta learn all these controls and stuff like that's the thing, because otherwise you can actually select an area too. You can also like copy and paste and stuff like that. Like, it really is an advancement over the other like Minecraft and stuff like that. And then we can start doing this for a little bit of rough edging, just for kicks, you know. But otherwise that rounding tool is already going to take care of it, I think, when we actually get to it. But as you can see, its potential is just through the roof. Like, it's just awesome, and I can't get over how awesome the digging looks. I just love it. But it's gonna take me a little while. Like, I don't know how regular this series is going to be, everybody, because unless I'm researching stuff, I mean, I could just kind of go in blind, unknowing to everything, but it's like, then I know I'll just end up recording a lot of episodes in a row because I'm very excited to be playing this. And although that's fine, but then it's like, I know there's gonna be people probably giving me some epic tips for this game. Look at this. Look at it. Isn't that amazing? I love it. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's stay in the pale moonlight rather than, you know, dancing with the devil in the darkness. Batman. But, ooh, we're already on like 17 minutes? Okay. So, in the meantime, you know what? Let's head back to the spire and let's see if we can make ourselves some ingots. We will end up putting a claim down on the world, and I've actually got a spot picked out perfectly on this map, which I hope I can claim before anybody else does. You know what? You want to go check out? Oh, it looks like this guy just owns this house. By the way, when you have claims, as far as the game was telling me, you gotta pay 300 copper. So I think that's their way of getting you to stay on the game and keep playing rather than just signing out and staying out, you know? But I don't know. I mean, can you just set your rent for a while after you've just gathered a crap ton of copper or something like that? I don't know. I don't know how this game works. I don't know any of that stuff. That's what I mean. Like, I gotta learn. I gotta do a bunch of research, but I just gotta say how beautiful this game is, how much I love it. Especially, like, that's the biggest thing that gets me excited about the next EverQuest game, is because the next EverQuest is going to be just a full-on MMO. It's not going to have all this crafting, resource gathering, and stuff like that. This Landmark is a separate game within the same game engine. So what they're going to do in actually the MMO is they'll have like a world that they create, rather than this where it looks like it's kind of more random generated. Maybe they're creating it, but I don't know. But it's like, as far as the destruction goes, like, you're not going to be able to dig everywhere, I don't think. They're probably going to have pockets. And even then, the world, like, even all those holes and stuff that we're doing, the world does reset, you know, because realistically, it can't keep it forever. Not to mention, if other people were trying to gather resources, like, straight up, there would be no more resources left if all of it didn't respawn, you know? Let's go check out this guy's house here. Because, yeah, you know what? We're on like 20 minutes here. I think that's a good enough time, maybe. Yes, we'll see. Well, you know what? How close are we to the spire? We're close enough. Let's check out this dude's house. And let's push the episode a little bit more, just for kicks. Oh, see? This is what I love about this game, is the potential of seeing everyone else's creations. Now, this room's a little bit plain. Maybe he's just building it. But I just love this, man. Like, I think that this is so cool. What the heck is this thing? I want it. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty. I like it. Ooh! Can we use his forge? Refining stations are private and can only be used by their current owner. Oh. I don't want to log cut that thing. Okay. Ooh, what about this one? Ah, I see. So that's their way of, like, this right here is a stone forge. This is one of the ones that's just by the spire in the center of the map or whatever. This must be another thing that we will end up creating further down the line that I guess, you know, it's like we could use it to cheat and give ourselves better resources or something. Ooh, look at that. Look at how he used, like, the red stone to symbolize, like, blood. Because it's like a spiky sacrificial zombie bed thing. And then over here, oh, this is cool. Look at this. It's like the soul stone from Diablo right in the center. I love this. This is awesome, man. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this game. Now, I see. So, ooh, we have enough for a copper pick. Oh, never mind. We don't need that. Wild hot wood. Infused hot wood. Hot wood infused with palm heart. I don't know how to make that, but anyway. Sickle. Let's... It's beautiful. Harvesting. Harvesting damage and speed. Allows harvesting as plants up to tier 3. That's what I thought. So the sickles are actually for harvesting plants. That's 100% what I actually thought the game was actually going to do. I knew it. So, oh, we don't have anything for it. Topaz, elemental silver, tier 3 crafting component. So we actually need to have an iron pick before we can even make any of that stuff. Because here's the cobalt pick. And then, oh, I see, the mithril's on top of it. So the mithril is the best one. So as far as the axe goes, we actually already have Ethereum. Okay, so it's not cobalt. We have an Ethereum axe. Anyway, what's this pulverizer? A mechanical drill that rapidly pulverizes terrain without collecting resources. That must be for like way later or something like that. I don't know. That's cool. Refining station. Yeah, here it is. A tier 3. Yeah, okay. Tier 3 metal. Okay, so let's get ourselves some copper. Let's do 43. Why did it do 43? Let's do 50. 50. Oh, I see. Aha! We can only do 43 because otherwise the rest of it is all ore. Craft! Oh. Ooh. I see. So they're going, because it's an MMO, right? That's why they're going to make it so that we have to actually grind it. Aha! It's been a very long time since I played an MMO. Like, years straight up. Okay, cool. Well, at least we're going to have a lot of copper iron, or copper ingots. I'm going to have to go and get some more base copper. I wonder if canceling would cancel the whole thing. We'll try that on a different thing. Maybe we'll try that with iron. But, oh, I see. So it's 100 copper ore per. Because you're actually mining in mass quantities, right? Okay, cool. Cool. So let's see if we craft and cancel. So what if we craft, let's say we craft up to 11. We're at 3, 8, 6, cancel. And we're still at 6. So we still get to keep the ore that we didn't actually smelt. But we get rid of all the rest. So it's like, it's not, you know, it's actually smart enough. Ooh, and then smart system. Right here, tin ingot, 7 times 7. So that means we could actually make 7. That's awesome. Cool, man. And of course, all of these menus you can run around, and I think they're adjustable. I don't know how or where I'm supposed to grab them, though, but whatever. Upgrade item. Recipes? Oh, we're in recipes. So then there's upgrade item on top of it. Cool. But then there's other islands, too, and regions and stuff that actually have, like... It says, like, it's like if we go to the dark crystal that was at the spire right in the center, you can actually click on it and be all like, hey, I want to go to a place that's got crazy gear. Upgrade item. Drop an item here to upgrade. I don't know what that means, but okay. Now, did we get enough for a pick? Picks? Iron pick. We need this wood. How do we make the wood? I don't know how to make the wood. We've got everything else. Aquarium, raw gemstone. Oh, so that can't be smelted. Okay. So we have everything except for the wood, huh? What's this? Refining station 777. Okay, well, anyway, let's get out of this joint. Cool place, though, and I love the fact that it lets you actually use other people's stuff. Now, my question is, when we actually get up to, let's say we get up to the tier 2 or tier 3 smelting thingamabob or whatever it's called, right? Now, it's, oh, I keep thinking it's daytime. It's actually the moonlight. Now, if we get up to it, if we get up to the tier 3 smelting, can we start using other people's tier 3 smelting? You know, kind of like we're unlocking it for ourselves. I gotta keep remembering to hold shift because we can actually run. Now see, oh, look at that. Seeing that guy made a futuristic, beautiful place. Or lady, I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen all over the place. Look at the spire. Isn't that thing beautiful? I wish you could see it from further away. Like, if that beam went, like, straight up into the sky so you wouldn't actually have to go to your map as often as I do. But still, they got a compass in the bottom right, so that's fine. That's perfect. That's wonderful. And I just can't get over how cool this game is. I am very excited that I can actually start recording it now. We'll see what ends up happening with episode length. We'll see what ends up happening with content, because this series is going to be a lot more kind of laid back, let's call it, okay? So, as far as today, you know, we didn't technically get that much done or anything like that, but we did at the same time. And it's like, oh, that's cool. I gotta take a screenshot of that. But it's like, my point being that maybe in the next episode, we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll end up going and getting a claim, and then we'll end up building a house. But since there's not much to this game, I'll probably end up doing a lot of my building on camera rather than off. Especially because I want to actually learn by doing it. And just because it's me, you know, I don't really have that much time for anything that I'm not recording. But anyway, I just want to type /wave. Say thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and sign on and stay epic, everybody.
You'll